Hello, church family, and welcome to our midweek message. Good to connect with you. This morning I read Psalm 100 as a part of my devotions. I want to read that psalm to you. You're familiar with it. Shout for joy to the Lord, all the earth. Worship the Lord with gladness. Come before him with joyful songs. Know that the Lord is God. It is he who made us, and we are his. We are his people, the sheep of his pasture. Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Give thanks to him and praise his name. For the Lord is good, and his love endures forever. His faithfulness continues through all generations. Amen and amen to that. Well, I want to give you 3 updates from Christ the King. First, I'm going to read this so I get it correctly. So sorry for looking down at my notes. But I think you know that this coming Sunday night, we will gather again, our second time outside, for what will be our first Holy Communion service together in person since March 1st. And I want to show you what we'll be using. Here's the communion tray. You can see they're pre-packaged cups, so there's the bread's in the top and then the juice. They haven't been touched by anyone. I actually shouldn't breathe on them, should I? Maybe we won't even use these. But you can see they're spaced out, so you can come and take one without touching the others. So we're trying to be sensitive to doing it well and safely, but to be able to share in this sacrament together, what a joy that will be. 6:30 outside in the shade, and we'll have some music and worship, and I want you to know, if you're not able to come, I understand that many of us won't be there. We're going to live stream it. So go ahead and plan to participate with us. You'll be doing it virtually. Have your elements ready so you can participate with us at 6:30. We'll have some prayer after that. We'll have special prayer for the Hansons who will be leaving us the following week. So we want to really send them off in prayer. And some fellowship, and we're finished by 7:30 at the latest. So brief service, but a great time just to be together. At least we'll officially finish. If you want to hang out at a social distance and visit. And we are practicing our social distancing, masks, washing hands, all that for Sunday night. But looking forward to that. Second update is that we are bringing in a fiber optic line. It didn't happen this week as planned, so it looks like it's going to happen next week. That's for our live streaming ministry. Unfortunately, the last couple of Sundays, we've lost our internet. So this will solve that problem. We're excited about that. But I do want you to know that we're going to pre-record the service. We're going to record the service early this Sunday so that you will get, hopefully, a very clean, uninterrupted service at 10:15. And so thank you to our worship team who are going to be coming earlier than usual to make it all happen, and obviously to our tech team working hard. So go on the website, 10:15 as usual. If you see an adjusted time like 10:45, all that means is that it's taking us a little bit longer to upload it so that you can see it. But it's going to be there probably by 10:15. But just to give you an FYI, it could be a few minutes later, but it's the whole goal is so that you get an uninterrupted, clean service that's not frustrating, because I know some of us have been frustrated over the last couple of Sundays especially. So hopefully all better by Sunday. Finally, let's talk a little bit about reentry on Sunday mornings. Our CTK reentry team has worked hard as researched, looked hard and wide, and looked at our area as to what would be appropriate, reported to the elders we met last Monday, and so we have a plan. Now, as you know, the first stage of response in terms of our worship during the COVID-19 was starting a live stream worship service and a Zoom CE class, which we just completed. So now we're in stage 2, if you will, or the second stage with outdoor gatherings, as we've talked about, continue with social distancing, hand washing, wearing masks. And we will continue to live stream for years to come, I think. This is a great outreach for us. So third stage, and that's what we're talking about for the moment, is a modified form of indoor worship using the sanctuary for 2 services so that we can spread out. We're in the sanctuary right now, spread out in this room. We'll continue social distancing, hand washing, wearing masks. We will have the multipurpose room and some other rooms available if needed, and that service can be shown on flat screens. But the service times, 8:30 and 10:15. When are we going to start? We don't have the exact date for you yet, but let's say mid to late July. I think we can give you that date pretty soon, so you can count on that soon. There will be written guidelines because there's a lot more information that I don't have time to give you about how we can do this well. So that will be put up on our website soon, so you can hopefully get a lot of your questions answered then. Now, we still have some technical work and some equipment to purchase for our live streaming ministry to get ready for the sanctuary, and that's why we're putting it off to July. Jack's going to back up the camera right now and just scan to see that we're not ready yet. You can see we got our tripod in the middle of the room. It's not ready for a crowd coming in here. We're going to get it ready, and that's why we want 2 services, and that's why we need to wait till probably around mid-July to have everything ready. We are sensitive to those who are ready to come back right now. We get that, and please, and thank you for your patience, and please bear with us as we get everything ready. We're also sensitive to those who aren't ready to come back and may not be ready at all this entire summer. We understand that. That's okay. Please know that we're going to continue to involve you in the life and ministry of our church in any way and every way that we can. So you're not going to be left out. Call, for all of you, call me, Jack, any of the elders if you need something. So church family, you know these are difficult times. This transition is difficult, and honestly, we're gonna have all kinds of different opinions about where and when and how to do things, and we're just gonna need at times just agree to disagree about stuff. But let's do that well. Let's do that with grace and love, just as Christ loved us and loves us. We're loving each other, and so let's give each other that patience and grace that we need as we move forward in ministry together. Love you guys. See you soon.